Hello, Mike. Hello, Immunotech family. We're extremely excited to be with you again, like every single month. We're here to tell you a little bit of what happened during the month of May, and also to celebrate and recognize all the great achievements that happened during May. It was like every other month. It was a challenging month, but with very great results because we have incredible people that have joined and that have been with us for a very long time, or not a long time, but everyone has been doing amazing. So congratulations to everyone. And Mike, of course, we're getting closer and closer to the like the first semester of the month and also to the end of the La Vida Immunotech trip. So uh, I don't know if you how do you feel, but for me, the year has gone like in 2 seconds. It's crazy, crazy.
It's amazing, Mauricio. I mean, I look back and I'm like, we're in June. Like we're almost halfway through 2026, which is exciting because 2x27 gets even closer, and we're seeing so many things happen that are growing, excuse me, towards that goal. And when I think about right now, this month, leaders who are growing fast, they're celebrating consistency on their teams. They're encouraging people to be more consistent in their business. They're making people feel seen. They're creating that immunotech culture daily, and they're turning small wins into momentum, Mal. And I think that everybody on this call, we want to celebrate last month, but when you think about the month of June, as Mauricio mentioned, you have June and July to finish out La Vida. This month, don't underestimate the impact of a message, a phone call, a tag on social media, or even like public recognition of someone, because small moments build big organizations, Mal. And there's going to be some big moments in the world coming up. It's World Cup time, Mal.
Hmm. 100%. And I love what you said, Mike, about celebration. I think one of the core principles of Immunotech has always been celebration. And I think that when you're consistent with that, you know that that has an impact in people's life because ultimately every single person in the world wants to be part of something bigger than themselves. It's something that give you purpose. It's something that give you a lot of connection, engagement, and so it's very important for us as individuals in part of this organization and part of this family, Immunotech family, that we constantly celebrate and recognize those that are doing the extra mile, the extra little things. Sometimes we want to think like only until I hit platinum, I'm gonna be happy and I'm gonna celebrate. And I'm always said like I have bad news for that because every time you like postpone your happiness into a rank or into a goal, every time you reach that goal or rank, you're gonna move into another one. So you're gonna again postpone happiness. So I'll encourage you to always put happiness in front of you, make the work and do plans, and you're gonna see results like the people we are gonna watch in this video. Please go ahead and put this video on.
Let's celebrate together the new ranks of May 2026.
Hoy soy rango diamante. Nunca lo hubiese imaginado, no estaba en mis planes, pero salió mucho mejor de lo que había pensado. Si lo puedo resumir en una sola palabra, fe.
Siento muy feliz, muy bendecida, muy agradecida con Dios, con mis líderes, con mi familia, con mi equipo.
Para mí el rango diamante es la evidencia de que los sueños tienen fecha de cumplimiento. Gracias por poner en nuestras manos la manera de cambiar vidas.
Gracias por todo. Muchísimas gracias por tu apoyo. Muchísimas gracias.
Amazing, Mike. What do you think? It's incredible. Again, thank you so much,
Unbelievable
everyone.
month.
Yeah, thank you so much for everyone that does a little bit more.
It was really cool to see so many recognitions around the world, right? You think about the growth that's happening all over Latin America, Mexico, the US, Canada, Europe is exploding. We're going into Asia. It's just the community of Immunotech is growing, Mal. You know this, I know this, everybody knows this, and I think that community is a big part of why people are joining here. They have so many opportunities in the world to make extra money, but when they can be part of something, it's a movement.
100%. And actually, when we see these results coming, and we saw when we did this tour in Europe, for me, it's very encouraging when you go to those places. And sometimes, well, not sometimes, many of those times you don't understand a word of what people is saying, but you feel exactly what they're saying. You're feeling amazing because there's this connection that we have as an organization, as a family, that they are committed to their success, to their team success, like we are. They're committed to sharing the opportunity, to sharing the amazing products. So it doesn't matter if you don't understand the language. What it really matters is how it makes you feel. And I think that we saw this happening in this tour that we did through Budapest, Paris, and Geneva or Montreux, that we were in Switzerland. It was incredible. So, one more time, thank you to everyone that joined us in that. And congratulations on those ranks because that has a lot to do. Mike, but as you showed, just when we started, we have the momentum of the World Cup is coming and it's coming strong. And of course, Mexico, the US, and Canada are the three hosts of this amazing event that it's happening really, really quick. And we have so many surprises there that I know that you can share a little bit more of that, Mike.
Absolutely. Well, team, you can go to your consultant booklet on a WhatsApp group or the app and look at the specifics, but we've got some amazing packs that you can plug into for Immunical Sport, Immunical Booster, Hibiscus. It's the ultimate performance pack, and it's only available. It's 1,000 PV until June 30th for only $329. So take advantage of that. But when I think about the World Cup, Mauricio, like, when you look at what it is, it's the world coming together and having some amazing competition. And I think what it does for us as business people, as Immunotech pros, you not only can take advantage of purchasing these packs, but use the World Cup to initiate conversations about Immunical, right? I mean, I was in Miami, to where I got my son this ball. I was at the Inter Miami game not too long ago, and I met with some of the players, and they're taking this product. I handed it to them. They're taking it. They're using it. And Mauricio, that whether it's Mexico, Spain, the U.S., all kinds of athletes use this product. And I think sometimes people don't realize how to start the conversation about athletes and sports with people. So use the World Cup. We're doing some amazing promotions that you can win a pair of tickets to selected World Cup matches. We're doing official team jerseys, official Immunotech soccer balls, Immunical Sport Performance, Immunotech team jerseys. And what I love is that when I think about being able to just spark up a conversation and asking someone, hey, are you going to watch the World Cup? Right? You're either going to get a yes or you're going to get a no. And no matter what they say, it gives you an opening to say, yeah, we actually have a lot of soccer players around the world using our product, and it does this, this, and this. It's just an initiation for a conversation, Mal. And I think that the promotion that we have for enrolling people and purchasing packs right now is going to lead into a lot of new business for people.
Great points there, Mike. Always, what we always are looking for are excuses to open a conversation so you can start talking about your business and your products. And definitely, as you mentioned, the World Cup is the perfect place to do that because we like, for example, one of our teams that we have in Spain, it's now like statistically, it's the less injured and less sick team of the entire league. And so if that doesn't tell you something, you're missing out a lot of things. So imagine if a sports team like a soccer team, their biggest asset is their players. And if their players are sick, they lose their biggest asset. There's a statistics in the NBA, for example, Mike, that there's the players play not only but 60% of the games in average
Wow.
because they are injured.
Hmm.
So imagine how much I don't think any team pay 60% of what they committed to the player, right? So imagine how incredible it is to have a product that helps you not lose that many games. So great points there, Mike. I hope people see the opportunity. And talking about product, we have an amazing door opening product that it's coming out there that you have, that you love, Mike, that we all love here. And it's easy to share, easy to have with you, easy to take everywhere. So, Mike, tell us a little bit of your experience because when you landed here at Immunotech, when you're partnering with us, you were absolutely crazy about that product, and now it's here.
Well, there's no doubt about that. I mean, we're talking about Cogniva or Extriva. I mean, the little chew that does big things.
Mhm.
It's a little chew that opens big doors. And when I think about network marketing, Mauricio, and Immunotech, one thing that has been extraordinary. You shared a statistic with everybody. It was either last month or the month before, and I may have not the exact numbers right, but I believe we have like over 10,000 people that have been on auto ship for Immunocal for over 20 years. That's a
15,000.
I'm sorry?
15,000.
15th. Oh my gosh. So much more than I even said. Okay, I got to change my talking point. Um, but that's crazy. 15,000 people over 20 years using this product. So we know that we have a sticky product. We know that it works. We know it's backed up by science. Sometimes, though, people need a reason to engage in conversation. And sometimes it may be a little more um, difficult to have a conversation about Immunical as opposed to just saying, hey, you know anybody who wants more energy? Try this, right? Because these are affordable enough that you can hand this to someone and if they take it about 15 minutes later, they're going to have more focus, they're going to have more productivity, they're going to have more clarity. If you people ask me all the time, Mike, how do you have all this new energy? Right here. That's what I do. I take Cogniva. I take hydration, I take Immunical, and I take Cogniva. And I think that sometimes, Mal, a lot of people don't know that they need to be looking into wellness, but they're looking for these little hacks in life to help take them to the next level, to maybe to keep up with their kids over summer now that kids are out of school in a lot of places. Maybe it's to perform better in your job, but what a powerful prospecting tool. Just like you and I wear the Immunotech logo every single day, everywhere we're at, this is like our business card. This product, Cogniva Extriva, use it as a business tool, a prospecting tool. And now it's a great way to create new customers very quickly.
Well, and talking about that, and as we know, we have always mentioned that success like speed, right? There's no way success likes to be on a slow basis or whatever. You gotta put action. You gotta have plans. You gotta have action, but you gotta act fast because success lo loves speed. So talking about that, I know we have been working consistently and hard with a program that you're training in, and obviously I love your trainings, Mike, because it's easy, it's convenient, it's for everyone, it's duplicable, and that's what we all sometimes we receive the box of your starter kit in your pack, and you start opening and you see the products, you see like the backpack, and you see it, but then you don't know what to do, or you're a little bit stuck with should I start talking about the product? I don't know anything about the product. And I think that sometimes we look for perfection and we gotta know every single detail of every single thing in the conversation. So I own the conversation, so I'm able to then talk to the people. And I don't think that's the accurate position here. You gotta go and do. You gotta go and act. You gotta go and present the opportunity. You're gonna get better 100% as much as you do it. You cannot be the best the first time you do it because then that never is going to happen. Mike?
When you think about building your business fast, I was talking to Doug McNabb almost 2 years ago from Canada. Been in the business almost 30 years, and I was just asking him, what do you think about the business today compared to what it was? And he said, I don't know why so many people are moving so slow in their business. And I said, well, what do you mean? He said, when we started the company, there was this there was this energy, this excitement day one when somebody got started. Like you said, a lot of people get started as a consultant and they're waiting to receive their box, right? They just lost a week
Mhm.
of building their business that they could have been into action. And I remember he told me something. He said, I remember when people were hitting silver in their first 7 days. I remember when it was normal for people to hit gold in their first month. And I said, well, that's interesting. Maybe we should start talking about that again and just seeing and tracking that. And what we've seen over the last 12 months, Mauricio, is that, I like to look, all of us have opinions, all of us have emotions and feelings, but I like to look at the facts. And we have a higher group of brand new consultants that are getting started and going silver in 7 days than we've had in years and years and years and years. What does that mean? That means that people are getting started and they're not waiting for their kit. They're literally hitting a rank before they have their first product to try, before they have their backpack, before anything. And what we recognize is that we need to empower them with what some things that they can do. And we've done that recently. If people log into the mobile app, you'll see a new document. I believe it's in Spanish, English, it's translated in many languages in Europe, but it's called Building Your Business Fast. And it's a step by step, very simple approach on things they can do before they even receive their kit. And Mauricio, we know with our accelerated moving up bonus, going silver in 7 days is becoming the norm. And what that does is that obviously builds more checks. So I would encourage everybody, get that app, log into the app, download that document. We also have a new little video in there. It's a little bit longer video. It's not like a first presentation that I would send someone, but once you initiate that conversation, maybe through Cogniva, maybe through World Cup, right? Whatever it may be, and they say, well, can you tell me more? It's a great video that kind of walks them through about the story of glutathione, the story of the company, and a little bit about the business. So I think success not only loves speed, that the duplication is starting to happen. And I think duplication over everything, right? Duplication over education, duplication over motivation. If we can take simple steps for a brand new person, if we just focus on that new person, amazing things happen all the way up the tree.
100%. And it's funny, Mike, that I was with a young consultant the other day, a 24-year-old consultant that I was talking to, and he told me I reached gold without opening the starter kit. He said it's not because I didn't want it, but I was so busy working out there that I didn't that I did forgot that I had received my box because I was focused, and he did it in 7 days. And so it was crazy how fast he was moving, and so he didn't wait to learn more he was just out there doing. And talking about doing and talking about ranks and getting into silver, gold, whatever rank you're gonna get, the most critical path when you get to those ranks, then it's the requalification process, Mike. You have heard me many, many times that there's this strategy that honestly makes total sense, and it obviously uh, it's personal. If you want to take the like kind of the system that we have talked about, but I've seen real results, great results when you focused in having your first 15 days to requalify your rank. Then this the next 5 days to do a little bit of the adjustments, if any happens, and then the last 10 days of the month just focus on the next move you're doing. If it's a new rank, is it whatever, building up a stronger rank so you can get to the next one. And I've seen real results because it's human nature that you see, like now you're working on a 3 month end within the month. because you're going to have a month end on the 15th, another on the 20th, and another on the 30th. And it's going to push your business forward. So, Mike, you got to, like, I know you have and you share the same feelings there.
No doubt about that. And what I love is that success leaves clues. You said earlier, success loves speed. Success leaves clues. And I think when you look at people that are growing their business consistently, predictably, right? It becomes kind of a mantra in the organization. And I think the more you as a leader, if you have one person on your team, you can lead them. If you have 10 people, you can lead them. If you have thousands of people, you can lead them. Encourage them the 1st through the 15th. Push it like it's the last day of the month for 15 days and have that mentality to start the month and requalify. And you'll see the end of the month become so much bigger. And when I think about ending of the month, we've got the last 2 months to qualify for La Vida, and the last 2 months of a brand new person getting started having that extra accelerated moving up bonus at Gold and Diamond, in the US specifically, and Canada and Europe. So when you look at the timing of right now, requalifying is not only important, but part of requalifying is putting in new business. I did a call the other day, Mauricio, with a big group in the US, and somebody talked about how much time they were spending on training their team. And I said, 90% of your day should be presenting to new people about our product and about our business. The training can be simplified by just doing a few simple actions in building your business document, right? They don't need to learn everything before they start taking action. And right now, the countdown is on. We've got June, we've got July, you've got thousands of extra dollars in bonuses, and you've got La Vida. I think we're going to see an amazing month, Mal.
100%. And I don't want to like just not mentioning, but honestly, Xcaret, Mike, is one of the best resorts. And not only that, we always talk about, yeah, of course, the destination is critical, the destination is important, but it's also more important the people you're going to spend the week with. It's incredible. You're going to be with over 1,500 people or 1,200 people because now we have two trips, so we're separating. I don't know the exact numbers, but of a total of 2,000 or 2,200 people, you're going to have at least half of that enjoying, celebrating, getting to know other people, how they make their success, learning from others, in the most of the time, enjoying and celebrating, which I absolutely love. So it doesn't matter if you think it's far for you to get to the trip because you're just or a new person, or it's far as far as the number of credits. I think you can do a push, and we have seen many people making the trip in 1 month, Mike. So you still have two. So I think there's a lot of opportunities for one person, for two, for three, for four. Even if you get to four, you can go to Xcaret and you can go to Brazil. So imagine two and two. It's incredible, Mike. So last but not least, congratulations again on the great success that we had in May. But June is on, and so we gotta go hard and go fast. Mike?
I love that. June is on. Here's what I encourage everybody to do as we close this live broadcast. I pull out your phone, get something with the Immunotec logo on. Maybe it's a hat, maybe it's a soccer ball, maybe it's a t-shirt, maybe it's polo, maybe it's a sweatshirt, whatever it is. Pull out something and put it on. Take a selfie and just give it kind of that, that urgent look, and post it on your Instagram, post it on your Facebook, put it out there on social media, just to show people, hey, I'm in action. I'm consistent. I'm doing things, and then be consistent doing that. Tag Mauricio, tag me, tag Immunotech Pro. If you will be visible, just being visible allows you to have more conversations. Just being visible shows people that you're consistent in this business. Just being visible, using social media as a tool. It's not the end all, but it's a tool to get the word out about what you're doing, whether that's Cogniva, whether that's Immunotec, whether that's WIMS or Sunray or the World Cup or Levita. Be visible with this logo everywhere you go. Put it out there loud, put it out there proud, tag us, but let's see how many thousands of posts we can have right after this just to continue building the brand, building the movement, and helping the community. Mal, any final words?
No, just again, let's close strong this first semester because again, the year has gone tremendously fast, and I think the second half is going to be even faster. So let's get ready. Let's get pumped. Let's get happy every single day, and let's enjoy life. So thank you, Mike, one more time as every month. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to watch these two guys talking about these amazing, amazing things that are happening and more to come.